So I know what it's like to be a mom, and luckily I had a little bit of money. When I was a single mom, I didn't have much money. But I know how stressful it is to feed children, and get them to eat something that's healthy. And it's difficult when your children go out and eat fast food, because that's what they think is food, but it's not really food. It's just calories, and it's easy to sell those things. So I do feel for people trying to, raise their children to eat healthy foods, and some of these fast food places are not helping, or grocery stores. You go in a grocery store. I always told my kids, I said, you can pick one thing, and we do 2 or 3 things. They would, oh no, I don't want that, I'm gonna put this back. And it was never a green pepper, it was like candy or cereal. But anyway, so I think McDonald's needs to start offering healthy food choices. So, hey, we're going to McDonald's and we're going to have broccoli soup. Personally, I have a great low-fat, healthy recipe for broccoli soup. And what about hummus? We have all international people that love hummus. And, pita chips. But my son was a picky eater, and he loved nachos, and he loved pizza. And on top of that, he loved salmon and asparagus. One time when he was little, he was probably about 2 years old, and we took him out to a restaurant, and he was eating fish. And then all of a sudden, he stopped eating fish, and we're like, "Ooh, he needs something else to eat." So we ordered him a hot dog. We thought, well, maybe he'll eat a hot dog. Because as parents, you just have a natural inclination to want your kids to put food in their bodies. And so I got home, and I went to the bathroom to help him brush his teeth. And he had the fish in a pouch on the side of his mouth like a chipmunk. He had stored that fish in his cheeks the whole time he was eating the hot dog. So funny. My girls were easier to feed. I did a few kind of funny things. When I was a new mom with my first daughter, I had made dinner, and she came home after school, and it was about 5:30, and I said, okay, it's time to eat dinner. And she wasn't eating. And I was like, come on, I just made all this food. Go ahead and eat your dinner. And so I made her sit there. And when I came back in a couple of minutes, she had fallen asleep on her plate. And I was so stupid, I did the same thing with my son. I was like, no, I've made this dinner, now you go ahead and eat. And he fell asleep on his plate too, a little cheek resting. Now, by my third child, that never happened, because I had more of an inclination to try to work with the child better on the food. Oh, my dad got so mad one time. My son was so picky. We had made noodles, like spaghetti noodles, and he liked noodles, so we thought he liked noodles. And we gave it to him, and he just dumped them on the ground. And my dad was like, you should, punish him. I'm like, oh, he's just being himself. He's expressing how he feels about the noodles. And I was okay with that. I mean, he's a kid. He's like 3 years old. I wasn't going to punish him for having an opinion or a thought on what he's putting in his body. I can't say it's right or wrong, really, but to engage in your children's activities in a certain way that that they're gonna act as a 3-year-old. Now, I don't think there's any excuse for Putin acting like a 3-year-old, but what do you know?